Hey y'all, Jamie here, proud 55-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. So, where last I left off, listen, I was with my grandmother. My father had dropped me off with my grandmother to live. He put me in Catholic school. I had become a little altar boy. Yeah, me an altar boy. Listen, the reason I liked being an altar boy, let's be clear about this. The reason I loved being an altar boy is I got to be on stage. I didn't have to sit there in the audience. I could be on stage and a part of the production. And I instantly fell in love with being on stage and being a part of the production. I also loved the little gowns, the little robes that the little altar boys had to wear. I was always in the back and I was spinning around in the little robes in front of the mirror in my little gowns, thinking I was in a dress. Yes, the hills were alive with the sound of music. So, listen, that's why I liked being a little altar boy. What other people thought, I really don't know. But so I had been with my grandmother. She was teaching me how to cook. Life was going on. She didn't judge me. I loved her. She loved me. Things were pretty good, other than, the occasional digs from my dad about me not being, male enough, boy enough, masculine enough, you name it. Just not enough. Just not enough in his eyes, I guess. Some people, actually, a lot of people have kids because of the kids that they want their kids to be instead of the kids that their kids will be. Think about that. Anyway, so yeah, my mother pops back up in town. She disappeared after she dumped me on my dad and everything. And she kept in touch once in a while with a letter or a phone call saying, I'll be there. And then she wouldn't come and. But anyway, when she did show up, she was rather heavy set. She had gotten my sister's back. She swore that she had a cyst on her ovary or some bullshit. Like, it was not true. It wasn't true. Because come that Easter, when she got me to visit for Easter, she took me to my great grandparents where she was staying in St. Rose, Louisiana. And this was on her side of the family, my great grandparents on her side of the family. And she was staying with them, and there was a baby. She had given birth. Yeah, the cyst on her ovary, about 7 pounds, 6 ounces. That's how big that cyst on her ovary was. And it screamed and wailed, and she called it Danielle. Okay. So I got to go visit her and my sisters at my great grandparents' house for that Easter, the first Easter after she had left. And there was my baby sister, Danielle. Gorgeous, perfect little baby. Come to find out, and yes, my mother shared this with me at that age, almost 9 years old, which she shouldn't have, but going on 9 years old, she told me that Jerry Lynn, my stepfather, had found her and the girls and had raped her, and that's how this baby came to be, and that's why she had lied about it at first. She said that Jerry Lynn broke in and assaulted her and forced himself on her, and that's where Danielle came from. And so I met Danielle, spent that day with her for Easter at my great grandparents' house, and then my mother gave Danielle up for adoption. Gave Danielle up for adoption, handed my sisters over to CPS to foster care, dumped them into the system, handed me back to my dad like visitation's over. See ya, gotta go. And she was off again. Off again. No more kids, footloose and fancy free. And I did not hear from her for other than occasional phone calls again, Really didn't see her for like another year. With a bunch of promises in between of I'm going to see you, I'm going to see you, I'm coming to get you. This is temporary. Always bullshit. Never came through. Um but I loved being at my grandma's. Listen, my grandma taught me how to cook. My grandma taught me how to, you know, she just taught me all kinds of things. She was teaching me stuff out in her yard when she was growing her tomatoes and stuff. Like, I loved my grandma. I really did. And I was very happy with her. But, my mom was off again. And the next time I would see my mom would be after I turned 10. And then after I turned 10, my mother showed up with a boyfriend that she called Mr. Vegas. Mr. Vegas. Yeah, his name was Harry. And my mother wanted me to go with Harry and his daughter on a skiing vacation for Christmas in 1980. Yeah, 19. Where was it? Yeah, was it Christmas 19? Yeah, I was 10. I was going on 10. So, anyway, we go on this Christmas vacation and, you know, come back. She disappears again, y'all. Disappears again. My sisters are in foster care, and I just wish that everybody would have left me alone with my grandmother, frankly. Honestly, my grandmother's house was the central hub on the weekends. On Sundays, the whole family came over for big Sunday family get together dinners. It was happy times there. But my mother popped up again with Mr. Vegas, Mr. Harry. And she took me from my grandmother. I was 11, and she had picked me up after 3 long years of abandonment with my grandmother. She took me away from her. And if y'all want to know what happens next, y'all know the routine. Be here tomorrow, and I will too. I love you all. I love you all for watching, and I love you for the comments. Talk to you later. Bye bye.